So, back at it for Reed Fitness. It is Saturday morning, 12 noon. It is 12:13. Um, man, I am exhausted. Um, this week was just, I don't think people really understand like the levels of effort I put in on a consistent basis. And it's like, I can say it, but unless you see it, you wouldn't understand. Um, it's 12 noon on Saturday. I was up at 7:30 and I sat at my desk from 8 to 12 and I sent my boss something. I told her I will send her what I have by 12, so I did. And it's 15 minutes later and it's Saturday. I'm about to do an hour-long workout and I've already worked 4 hours. I know she's gonna send back 1,000 comments and changes, and I'm gonna be at my desk on Sunday at 7 a.m. This week, 2 days, Tuesday and Thursday, I started my workday at 8 a.m. and I finished at 11. And on Tuesday, I was in the office at 11, so I got home at 11:30. Thursday, I was in the office, but I left at 5 and I was home and I worked at my desk until 11, so there was no commute. Wednesday, I was so tired, I actually slept in. I slept until 5:45, which is late for me. I'm usually up at 5. And I was out the door by 8:10 and I was at my desk by 8:30 and I left at 8:30 at night, and that was a short day for me. It's been either 5 or 6 weeks of this. And I just say all that. At first I wasn't gonna record this video. I was like, I'm gonna just get a quick workout and I'm gonna do chest and back. I'm not gonna do 4 sets on everything. I'm gonna do 3. But I'm exhausted. I recorded my weekly weigh-in last week. I didn't post it, not because I'm ashamed. Honestly, I laid around on the couch all week last weekend because I was so tired. I did not work out. I'm exhausted. I have been doing my push-ups, my dips, my push-ups, my ab roller, my squats and calf raises. I've been doing that 4 to 5 times a day. But it's been 5 or 6 weeks of this. And my weight last week was 283. I'll post a video. I'm not ashamed. I never my channel is about accountability. I'm never ashamed to post when I had a setback. Honestly, I was so tired last week. I recorded the video and I just didn't care about posting it. I wasn't embarrassed. I don't know what my weight is. I assume I went up. A similar dynamic this week to last week. I saw that weigh in and I was great for a couple days, and then on Thursday, my will broke. I started binging again. I just started snacking and grabbing stuff. And when my stress level is high, when it's reaching the levels it's reaching now, I stress eat. And I know that I do. And so I'm probably higher than 283 I was last week. I had a great Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And then Thursday was terrible. And Friday was terrible. I'm not going to give up on myself. But this is a lot, and this process should be starting to wind down. I have to submit the budget for my new company by Friday. I'm hoping this week. I feel like we're reviewing with the executive committee 8 a.m. on Monday. I feel like we're probably 80-85% of the way there. We have a couple reviews on the 15th and 22nd. But I'm not going to beat myself up. I'm trying. I'm still anxious to start prioritizing my fitness again. I really still have the goal in terms of my birthday. I felt like 2 weeks ago when I got down to 276, I felt like very confident I could get to the 249, which is my stretch goal. It doesn't seem as achievable because I feel like I'm probably 290 right now. I don't know what my weight is. I don't think I gained 7 pounds. I had 2 bad days, Thursday and Friday. But they were really bad days. I did a lot of snacking. But, I got up this morning on Saturday at 7:30. I worked from 8 to 12. And as soon as I sent on the email, I took my pre-workout. And here I am dressed and ready to get an hour workout in. I'm not going to do the full hour and a half because I know I'm tired and I know I haven't worked out in about a week and a half. But I feel like it's important to document this stuff. because I got to be realistic. I don't have the discipline yet where I can work an 80-hour week and just stay 100% on my diet. I also, the week before, was trying to do my fasting days, and it's like when I had multiple days in a row where I was in the office from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. One day I was in from 7 a.m. to 10. I was in from a quarter, let me be clear. I was in the office from a quarter to 7. It may seem like little, but I got up at 5, took a shower, was out the door at like 6:10, and I was at my desk at 6:45 the day after leaving at 10 o'clock. Like, this has been a lot. And what I do is not for everybody, and it's not to put myself on this holy grail, because everyone doesn't want to do what I want to do. I want to be the CFO of a publicly traded company. But there are periods like this, and every year during the budget, this is what it's like for me. Historically, it's been like September, October. My new company has a June 30th year end, so now it's March and April. But then this year, September, October, all my other friends in FP&A are working around the clock. I won't be. But this is what comes with what I do. I've got to be in a better place to manage it, but I'm not going to beat myself up, especially considering I'm new. I just made 2.5 months at my company. You know, I'm not even going to record my workout. I just kind of wanted to document. I'm just going to put this as a check-in. I'm going to do my workout. I'm not going to record it. But I just feel like it's important to document this, because I can't sit here and beat myself up when the last 5 or 6 weeks, it's pretty much been consistently Monday through Thursday. It's been 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. Last weekend I did not work. There have been weekends like this where I work Saturday and Sunday, but it has not been every weekend. My new boss, she's been adamant, I don't want you working 7 days a week, even if it slows things up. When I was at NASDAQ, it was, during the budget, pretty much September and October, it was 7 days a week for those 2 months. And I got to give myself some grace. Everybody's not willing to put in the level of commitment that I am. And at this point in my life, I don't look at it as like I'm better than other people. And I really mean that. Like, I have a strong desire to do something in corporate America. That doesn't mean that other people have other motivations in life. And working, 14, 15, 16-hour days just don't align. Like, my wife, her number one priority in life is our daughter. And that's what I mean. Like, she's willing to sacrifice career success for our daughter. And that's what I mean. Like, I don't look at it like I'm better than everyone else. And my wife and I are a team. So I would not be doing this. If my wife all of a sudden died in a car accident or a plane crash or something, I would dial back my career progress. We are a team. My wife goes to work early in the morning. She usually tries to leave about 6:30. She works from 7 to 3, skips lunch, and by 3 o'clock she's on the road to pick up our daughter from school at 3:30. And they sit down and go to the library. She picks my daughter up by 3:30. She stay at the library by 3:45, and from 3:45 to 5:15, they do Anaya's homework, and then 5:15 they rush over to dance. And my daughter pretty much Monday through Thursday has dance from either 5:30 to 7:30 or 5:30 to 8:30, and she sits in that parking lot every day and waits for my daughter, whether it's 2 hours or 3 hours. Brings my daughter home, feeds her dinner, makes her dinner when they get home. Sometimes they stop at Chick-fil-A, more so than I like, because I don't like my daughter eating that processed stuff. But I understand it's a long day. My wife leaves the house at 6:30. She may not want to come home at 8:30 and cook dinner. She bathes my daughter and puts her to bed by 9:30. And that's what I mean. I wanted to give an example, because I don't want to sit here like I'm better than everyone and I'm willing to get everybody. My wife has different priorities and she has long days just as long as me. But we are a team. I just have a very strong desire to do something in corporate America, and that's beyond the scope of this channel. But I just really wanted to document. Like, I need to look back at this. I don't think anyone else on earth is going to watch this video, but I do this for me. And I can't beat myself. If I step on the scale next week and I'm 285, like, I just need to document. I cannot beat myself up I'm not bullshitting. I'm not laying on the couch watching TV. Like, I'm working around the clock. And I'm sure it's coming out in my voice and my mannerisms how stressful this is. And like, I'm not gonna beat myself up for what's happened over the last month. That's why going into the month, I set a goal of losing 5 pounds, which was, I thought it would be a challenge because I knew I would have periods of stress. I'm brand new. I'm doing a budget for a company I don't even know too much about. And so everything's taking 10 times as long. And so, I'm not going to record this video. I'm going to do chest and back right now. I'm going to do an hour. I'm going to go light because I don't think I've worked out in 2 weeks, other than I've done my push-ups. I took all my stuff to the office, my push-up bars, my calf raise, these foam blocks I use for my calf raises, my ab roller, and my squats. I've been doing that 4 or 5 times a day, Monday through Thursday. But this has been a lot. Next year when I go through this, God willing, I'm still here, and God willing, I still have the job, and things are going well. But I can't beat myself up over what I've been going through. Like I said, 2 days this week. Monday started at 8:30. I dropped my daughter for school at 8. So at my desk at 8:30. I worked until 9. Tuesday I started my day at 8, and I finished at 11 in the office. Wednesday I started at 8:30 and I finished at 8:30. Thursday I started at 8 and I finished at 11. Friday I had a shorter day. I dropped my daughter off at 8 and they have chapel at her school. So I stayed for that because I want her to see that, I'm here to support her. I stayed from 8 to 9. I went to the car wash after. I was at my desk at 9:30 and I worked until 4:30 when I went to pick my daughter up, and I took her to the indoor playground, Urban Air, and then I took her and a friend for ice cream. And I got back at like 8, and I wasn't gonna start working at 8 on a Friday, but I was up this morning, Saturday at 7:30, and I worked from 8 to 12 and sent off what I had. And I know I'm gonna be at my desk tomorrow, either 7 or 8, depending on what time we need to leave. I'm going to something with my wife. Like, that's my week, and this coming week is gonna be the same. I'm gonna start my day 8:30 on Monday. I'm gonna work till 9. I'm giving the best I can, but this is a lot to deal with. Anyway, I thought I was gonna record my workout. I'm not. I am going to do my workout, but I really wanted to check in because I need to give myself some grace. And when I step on the scale on Friday, I'm going to come back and watch this video because I can't beat myself up and say I shouldn't have ate. I should have maintained top discipline. Like, sometimes I just need to lighten the fuck up. And that was the purpose of this video. Anyways, I'm going to get in the chest and back. I'm going to go light, but I'm going to do 4 chest, 4 back, and I'm going to do 3 sets on each. And I'm going to pick it back up. When this period ends, my fitness will be my #1 priority. Instead of leaving at 10, 11, in the next week or 2, I'll start leaving at 6. And at that point, I can pick it back up. But just right now, I'm just trying to manage through a really difficult time.